So, hey, this is Dr. Roch. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Dare Champions podcast. This is going to be an amazing podcast, and you will not want to miss what's about to happen because I actually have a real live MSI, Integrative Healthcare wellness patient. This is Mr. Andre Mcconnel. Andre, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Glad to be part of this.
That is awesome. That's awesome, man. Listen, some of you are wondering, okay, well, why is this guy up here? Well, let me tell you just a little bit about why this guy inspires me. I have been practicing now for probably close to about 16 years. Within my first 3 to 4 years, I was just, working from practice to practice. I acquired a practice in about 2012, and I've been working there ever since. At the time that I acquired a practice, of course, in chiropractic, let me give you a little backdrop. There are active patients, meaning you just hurt yourself, you just slipped and fell, you're in a car accident, and you need treatment for maybe about 2 to 3 months or something like that. And then, you're released to do what's called maybe like a maintenance program. And most patients will do maintenance after their care. Now, there's very few people that has done maintenance as long as Andre has. Andre was already a maintenance patient at the time that I acquired the practice. Like, he came with the building, right? So, Andre has been in maintenance for at least, would you say, 12 years?
It would have to be at least 12 years.
At least 12 years. And then what really made me reach out to you today was that you told me some exciting news. What happened just as of, this past week, sir?
Right. September 1st, I'm officially retired from Harford County government for 25 years of service.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That is amazing. Make sure you hit the applaud button, Kevin. That deserves an applause. And then also, before that, sir, what did you do even before that? So that's 25 years working, day in, day out.
Right.
And then before that, what did you do?
I was in the U.S. Army for 10 years.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's another applause button. Andre, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Andre, the reason why your story inspired me so much is because when I first started practicing about 16 years ago, one of the biggest things that I noticed was that there were so many people that just dedicated their lives to just getting up, going to work, And people worked 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. But what I was seeing was that a lot of the patients that were there were retiring, but they weren't retiring with, almost like their full health. It's almost like they were retiring into a life of just doctor visits and this wrong, that wrong, and all of that. And here you are, technically 35 years later, and you are retiring and you're in great shape. Look, right now, as people are looking right now, they're like, man, this guy looks younger than Dr. Herold. What's he talking about retiring? Andre only looks about 35, talking about something he's retiring. So let me start from the beginning. Where did you develop such good discipline in health habits and just in life? Where did that start?
I would have to say probably first off, my dad, he was just in great shape. He always exercised, walked, and all that.
That's awesome.
So it was, you talk about generational health in your book.
That's it.
Dare to Live Well. And so I experienced that a little bit firsthand.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, he stayed in shape.
And I didn't even know that about you.
Okay.
But that's funny because it's generational health.
Is.
And I'm wondering, man, what's so different about this one patient that has been on maintenance for 12 plus years? Andre, I know chiropractors that haven't even practiced longer than 10 years because they said, look, this is hard. So to do anything consistently for 10 plus years, that deserves a round of applause, as I said. And then now you're getting ready to retire. And it's just, so I didn't even know that about your dad. So that's where it started.
Yes, it began there.
Wow, that's awesome.
I just adapted my own, regimen and whatever and just kept it up. And now my children are doing the same thing. So it's an example of the generational health.
Wow, and how many kids and I know people are not going to believe your grandfather, but just tell them, just so they, I don't want them to hear from me.
Right. I have three. I have three children. They're all grown, of course, and they have children. And so I have let's see, 6 grandkids.
Wow.
6 grandchildren. Yeah, because we have a new one that just came.
Look at that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
So, in one of the chapters in Dare to Live Well, of course, we talked about the generational health, and you just touched, I didn't even realize that, but you touched on that, so that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then also, who are some of the, we talk about building a healthcare dream team.
Right.
And I know that I'd like to take the credit for this man looking, 35, but, who are some of the other people that's on your healthcare dream team? We talk about building a good, balanced healthcare team so that as you're going through life, okay, I can get a checkup here, I can see the chiropractor here, and I'm making sure that I'm just hitting the checkpoints,
Yes.
Who are some of the other doctors and what are some of the other professionals that you've had on your healthcare team, if you don't mind sharing?
Wow, yeah. It is a team.
Yeah.
For sure. I have a regular healthcare professional that I go see, and then
Meaning a medical doctor?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay,
yes.
good.
And so, then I have just a cadre of other people, dentists, and
Awesome.
I have gastroenterologists, and just a team of other people that I see on a regular basis. I try to get annual checkups.
Yeah.
And keep my checkups regular and all that. So yeah,
That's awesome.
Including you here at MSI.
Just when I thought I was the only one, but that's great though. And I mean, I don't think any one healthcare profession can exist
Right.
on an island.
Sure.
There's so many aspects of the body. There's so many things that can go wrong.
Definitely.
I know you and I have spoke about just the toil and a lot of the things that happen just from your time in the service,
Yes.
and how that kind of stayed with you. So you
Yes.
wanted to be proactive
Yes.
in dealing with your musculoskeletal health.
Right.
And that's why I think it's just so amazing right now that you're walking into retirement, and I would say in amazing shape, man. So I definitely wanted to
you.
commend you for that.
Thank you.
Why did you decide to choose chiropractic? Why did you decide to have chiropractic as one of the integral parts in your healthcare dream team?
Well,
Because I know I didn't recruit you. You was already a wellness,
Right, I
so
came with the building,
you was already drinking the Kool-Aid before I got there,
Right.
But what is it that led you to chiropractic?
Yeah.
I never heard this story, so I'm
Okay.
hearing this for the first time. I hope you all know that.
Yeah, it's funny. We had a health fair at Harford County government, and chiropractic was there. And I said, hey, they were telling me some things. That said, hey, you're a little tight here. You need to see someone here about this, that, and the other. And I said, wow, I never knew that. So that's when I began that journey, that chiropractic
Amazing.
journey.
Yeah. And it's really just bringing awareness to your situation.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Because
yes.
you were just going through life, maybe just thinking that it's normal to have, this
Sure.
pain, that pain.
Sure.
Right? And then we bring some awareness to this situation, and now you're saying, okay, man, this is why I'm having these issues,
Right.
but this is what I can do about them.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of people, Andre, just kind of, whether they get stuck in the analysis of paralysis or they just get stuck in, many people that are new patients today, Andre, they know that they've had this issue 10 years, 4 years, 5 years, but for some reason, nothing's like, either pushing them or motivating them to do something about it. Let me ask you this. Were you in severe pain when you met with them?
Yes, I was. In fact.
Oh, you left that part out. Okay, yeah.
Well, I'll put it this way. I used to couldn't do this on the table. Just putting my elbows on the table for any period of time, for a few seconds, I would get some pain.
Yeah.
Had severe migraines, debilitating. If one came on, I would say, well, that's it. I'm done for the day.
Wow.
So if we were at a family outing or something, my wife already knew, okay, well, we'll get you home. And that was it. I went to bed.
Wow.
But,
And how long were you like that before? This is all good information. You never told me this. This is because he's been in such great health. So it's just a testament to how much chiropractic has helped you, because I didn't know it was that bad.
Yes.
But and that's where I was leading, where a lot of people, for sometimes pain can be the motivating factor. You don't want it to be, but just sometimes when things are out of sight, it's out of mind.
Right.
People are not. But and the thing about it is that many of the musculoskeletal conditions are progressive in nature. So what
Yes.
people have to realize is that whenever you are feeling something where your body is talking to you and it's telling you something's wrong, if you don't do anything about it, it is going to get to the point where you're trying to put your arms on the table, you're trying to work, and can't function at the family reunion, you can't function with your grandkids, you can't work a full day without pain. Now your sleep is exhausted, so you had to do something.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you found it. So that's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm glad I found you guys too as well.
Yeah. Where do you think things would be? I mean, if you didn't do that and start doing chiropractic, where do you think you would be right now?